All right, Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome back to Pretty Sure I Got This. It's just a couple days after New Year's. Nice Saturday afternoon outside. Waiting for my daughter to get done with dance class. And going to go through a quick list of what we plan to do on the interior of this truck to fix it up nice. It's not in bad shape. The seat's in pretty good shape. In both front and back. The side panels, they're a bit mixed. They're serviceable, but if we want to really make it nice, we might have to do a little bit of replacing on those things. Obviously, first thing on the list is replacing the radio. We're probably going to go with a single DIN touchscreen sort of unit. I'd like to get one with the Sirius XM radio on it, just because I've gotten a little addicted to that over the past couple years, but we'll see. Also, I may get a backup camera installed in that or linked up with that, because this thing is long. It takes a while to turn, and while I could do a pretty good job of it, if I ever loan it to anybody, I don't want people worrying about, or I don't want me worrying about people backing into stuff or scraping up stuff just because they're not used to how wide the turning radius is. It don't turn on a dime. It's more like $1.75. So probably a backup camera with that. That's going to take a little bit of saving up. I don't know if the air conditioning works. We'll have to wait until it gets a little warmer to test that out. The fan only runs on, I think, on high really well, and I've seen a couple videos where that is indicative of a problem, so we may have to see if we can fix that. I did get a charger, and it works, so this power outlet works fine. This obviously does not. So I got to figure out what to do about that. Right now, it just kind of flops around. And I don't like that, but I may try to replace it with something a little more functional. There's some other little issues, like the little window handles. They could probably be replaced to sharpen them up a little bit. That door handle's a little bit sketchy looking, which is funny because this one, you know what, I bet that one, the one over on the driver's side, was replaced. It looks like it. My trusty cup holders, they're just temporary. I kind of knew they'd be temporary. We're going to have to get something. I think there's a unit that fits over here. It's going to get in the way of whoever's sitting here in the rumble seat, not the rumble seat, but the middle of the bench seat. But it's just, these on the doors, they're just not practical when you're opening and closing them very much. They work for the moment, but they're not going to last too much longer, or they're going to drive me crazy. There's a piece missing there. I'm pretty sure it had it though. So it might just be under the seat somewhere. It might have just popped off. It needs a new headliner. There's some holes in it here, and it just kind of looks kind of dingy. I mean, obviously I gotta shampoo the thing out, all the carpets and everything. Maybe see about fancy floor mats, something like that. But yeah, so new headliner. The dome light, it's got a big crack in it, and it's kind of worn out. So I don't know. I could probably get away if I could just replace the cover. The plastic cover, that might be enough, but we'll see. And then that's mostly it. The window liners, the rubber line seals around the windows, they could probably be replaced. This one, like this one here, and then outside is pretty rough, so that could probably use some replacing. But some of that is a tough job. I've seen a little bit on YouTube, so we'll have to see how adventurous I am on that. And the mirror, it's a little foggy in the middle there. It's kind of worn out a little bit, but we'll see. And some of this trim just looks a little old. It'll work for now. If I get really fancy, maybe I'll tidy it up and replace it with something. Depends on how complex that is. New speakers, front and rear. I want to do that because that seems to be a fairly easy job. When I put in the new stereo, that sort of thing. And then if I get extra fancy, what I'd like to do, it'd be really nice to, and one other thing, I've got to put a new steering wheel cover, because that one's pretty ratty. But I want to get a leather one, a nice leather one, and my wife suggested it would look real good if I got leather seats. That's obviously going to be a bit of an investment and not mechanically necessary, So we'll see. We'll see how the budget goes this year. That would be really nice, but we'll see. And that's about it, I think. So we'll get to cleaning it. I got a busy January coming up. So I don't know how much we'll be able to get done this month, but we'll do as much cleaning as we can. And then by February, we can start actually installing radios and fixing other stuff. So stay tuned for that and enjoy your last weekend before the real year starts.